Pete's dilemma is one of the major reasons why you see so many people quit their New Year's resolutions or keep putting tasks off farther and farther into the future. The problem isn't that they have a problem. It's that they constrain their daily life into checklists. Let's go. Let's meet our hypothetical person named Pete. Pete wants to start working out hard again, but has never really consistently stayed with a program. He thinks about joining his friends who routinely run street races and thinks it would be fun to join them on their next race. But Pete cannot keep up with their running pace, and he feels that practicing with them would ruin their workouts. He wants to start training harder, but lacks the motivation to routinely stick with a program. What can he do to generate momentum and create self-determination? Well, motivation and reaching goals successfully come from the power of choice. Without giving the brain more than one option, it'll fall back into a routine that perpetuates failure, laziness, and complacency. So Pete must trick his brain into doing the hard and uncomfortable things that he does not want to do by giving it a choice, a way out, and a light at the end of the tunnel. What's happening to Pete is that his brain is seeing uncomfortable tasks as chores. In a day full of choiceless routines, he certainly feels like he's doing chores all the time. And because doing the same stretching, running, eating healthy, and lifting are all part of this choiceless routine, even though he knows they are healthy, they're still viewed as a chore. And this leads to a very boring and unfulfilling day. But this pattern can be broken. And in order to break the pattern, Pete must not look at training as another check in the box. He must be integrated into his belief system, or his motivation will be destroyed. So if Pete doesn't view his training as a value and lifestyle choice, quickly everything becomes something you just do without a real reason of why you're doing it in the first place. But adding choices and some options in his daily routine is going to help overcome this dilemma, because fresh and new options and unexpected events keep the brain stimulated and motivated for more as you are involved in taking control over your routine. And this internal control develops momentum. And since momentum is tightly bound to motivation, this means you will be more likely to continue. But the first step to generate forward momentum can be difficult. So to take on this new perspective, let's think about it in a meaningful way. I would like you to think about something that has been hard for you to accomplish, or something that you know you should be doing but you're not. For this example, I would like you to think of something exercise related. It doesn't have to be. Whatever comes to your mind will work just fine. Now I would like you to ask yourself, why do I want to do this? And why is this important to me? These are the questions that will help open your real thoughts to discover the part of your core identity and what it means to be you. This will force your mindset to become more aware of the things in your life that are really driving you forward. So if you were looking for a magic pill, this is as close as you're gonna get. For Pete, yes, he wants to be healthier, but deep down his identity shows his respect and commitment to his friends. He wants to enjoy more times with his friends and have the same level of camaraderie that they share when training together. That is the key and the mindset that will separate him from his routine. The root of self-motivation is discovering the part of your identity which holds your values. And when your values are revealed, you can create options and choices that are best aligned with those values. So Pete can use his values to make better choices, to remove him from old habits and get him healthier and enjoy more time with his friends. Each time he doesn't feel like improving, he can change his running into a choice to be either spending more time with his friends or be stuck in the current mindset all by himself. When he starts making these small choices that align with his values, he's taking another step forward in the positive direction and thus gaining more and more forward momentum towards his long-term goals. But it doesn't stop there. Things can quickly become mundane and he can lose motivation all over again if he doesn't keep the power of choice on his side. For instance, if he decided to run hills every Monday, his motivation would quickly fade because he isn't providing himself with new options on Mondays. So he must keep his training options open to stimulate his body and brain with fresh ideas. Change the type of run he's going to do, how long he's going to do it, what route he wants to run, what meal best suits the training is going to keep his mind from settling down. And by doing so, he'll keep his workout routine exciting and unpredictable, which provides him with the motivation to keep going. So when Pete makes his initial choices that align with his values and keeps his options open, keeps his workouts consistently fresh and new, thus his motivation will remain high. He will get better results and make better strides towards his long-term goals of health and friendship. In the end, Pete keeps the power and control internally because he is dictating the results instead of a solidified program that must be followed. He is never a slave to his routine, and his mental toughness and motivation always remain high. Click here to learn more. I'll see you there.